Welcome to Dreadful Visions, the channel that plunges you into the realm of terror and the macabre. Join us as we explore the twisted tales that unfold in the darkest corners of gas stations at night. From chilling encounters to unexplained phenomena, our videos will transport you to a world where fear reigns supreme. Brace yourself for bone-chilling stories that will haunt your dreams and leave you questioning your own reality. Get ready to embark on a journey into the heart-pounding abyss of dreadful visions where darkness and horror converge. Lost at midnight. I parked my car at the gas station, its bright lights illuminating the otherwise dark and empty road. The eerie stillness of the night sent a chill down my spine, but I pushed the feeling aside, attributing it to my tiredness. I stepped out of the car, the cold air biting at my skin, and headed towards the gas pump. As I grabbed the nozzle and inserted it into the fuel tank, a strange sensation washed over me. It was as if someone was watching me, their gaze burning into the back of my head. I glanced around, searching for any sign of movement, but the gas station remained eerily silent and empty. Unnerved, I turned my attention back to the task at hand. The pump clicked softly, indicating that the tank was full, but when I went to remove the nozzle, I found it stuck. Panic started to rise within me, and I yanked at it with all my strength, but it refused to budge. I looked around in desperation, hoping to find someone who could help, but the gas station remained deserted. The flickering lights above seemed to mock me as the realization sank in. I was trapped, alone, at this desolate gas station. A sense of dread settled over me as I surveyed my surroundings. The night grew darker, and shadows seemed to dance along the edges of my vision. Each creak and groan of the station became amplified, sending shivers down my spine. Something was definitely not right. The distant sound of a car engine caught my attention, and a flicker of hope ignited within me. Maybe it was someone coming to my rescue. But as the car approached, it became clear that it wasn't salvation that had arrived. It was a beaten-up, rusted truck that screeched to a halt near the gas station. My heart pounded in my chest as the truck's door creaked open. A figure emerged, tall and hunched, wearing a tattered jacket. His face was hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat, casting his features into darkness. Every fiber of my being screamed at me to run, to hide, but fear rooted me in place. The figure approached me slowly, his steps deliberate and unnaturally quiet. I mustered the courage to speak, my voice trembling. "Excuse me, sir, but I'm having trouble with the gas pump. Can you help me?" He didn't respond. Instead, he continued to advance, his movements becoming more jagged and disjointed with each step. I felt a paralyzing fear grip me as he drew closer, his face still obscured by shadows. His presence exuded an aura of malevolence that made my skin crawl. Just as he reached me, the gas pump finally released its grip on the nozzle. I staggered backward. The relief was short-lived as I realized the figure was now only a breath away. My heart raced, and I could hear the sound of blood rushing in my ears. With an unnaturally long finger, he pointed toward the gas station's convenience store. A guttural voice emanated from him, barely audible, yet it filled the air with chilling intensity. "You should seek refuge inside. It's not safe out here." The warning echoed in my mind, but something inside me told me not to trust him. I mustered the last ounce of bravery and bolted towards my car, desperate to escape this nightmare. The figure lunged at me, his fingers grazing my shoulder, and a surge of terror coursed through my veins. As I reached my car, I fumbled with the keys, my hands trembling uncontrollably. I could feel his presence closing in, his malevolence suffocating me. Finally, the engine roared to life and I sped away, leaving the gas station and the haunting figure behind. But even as I put distance between myself and that forsaken place, the memory of that encounter haunted me. The gas station remained etched in my mind, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most ordinary of places. Midnight's descent. I pulled into the dimly lit gas station, my headlights slicing through the thick night. The pale glow of the flickering fluorescent lights painted eerie shadows across the worn-out concrete. The familiar scent of gasoline hung heavy in the air as I stepped out of my car, a sense of unease creeping up my spine. I glanced around, expecting to see other weary travelers seeking refuge in this remote outpost, but the gas station stood silent and empty. An unsettling silence enveloped the area, broken only by the distant hum of the highway. A shiver coursed through me, and I hurried toward the pumps, eager to complete my refueling and continue my journey. As I approached the nearest pump, a cold gust of wind swept through the deserted lot, rattling the old signs and rustling the nearby trees. The gas pump groaned with age as I grasped the handle and inserted it into my car's tank. The harsh glare of the overhead lights cast elongated shadows that seemed to dance around me, whispering secrets I couldn't comprehend. The pump clicked, signaling that my tank was full, but as I went to remove the nozzle, it wouldn't release. Panic gripped me, and I tugged with growing desperation, but it remained stubbornly fixed. The gas station seemed to tighten its grip on me, a silent force trapping me in its clutches. My heart pounding, I looked around, hoping to find someone, anyone who could offer assistance. But there was only darkness and the distant echo of my own breathing. The isolation pressed down upon me, my imagination conjuring up all manner of fearsome scenarios. A flicker of movement caught my eye, and I turned to see a figure standing at the edge of the gas station's lot. My breath caught in my throat as I squinted, trying to make out their features. The figure seemed to be a man, tall and gaunt, dressed in ragged clothing that swayed with the wind. His face was obscured by a wide-brimmed hat, casting a haunting shadow across his features. With trepidation, I called out, my voice echoing into the desolate night. "Excuse me, can you help me with the gas pump? It's stuck." The figure stood motionless for a moment as if contemplating my plea. Then, with an unnaturally slow and deliberate movement, he started to approach. Each step sent a chill down my spine, and I could feel a primal instinct urging me to run, to escape this place. As he drew nearer, the glow of the gas station lights illuminated his face, revealing a visage twisted with malice. His eyes burned with an otherworldly intensity, devoid of any humanity. I stumbled backward, my heart pounding in my chest, realizing with a sinking dread that this was no ordinary encounter. With a voice that seemed to emerge from the depths of a nightmare, the figure whispered, "You've stumbled into a realm where reality blurs, where the lost find no escape. The gas station claims those who dare trespass after midnight." Fear clutched my heart as I tried to make sense of his cryptic words. This gas station held a dark secret, a malevolent force that lured unsuspecting souls into its clutches. I needed to break free, to escape its clutches before it consumed me too. Summoning all my courage, I turned and sprinted toward the convenience store, desperate to find help or any means of escape. But as I reached the entrance, the door slammed shut before me, the sound reverberating through the empty night. My heart pounded in my ears as I banged on the door, pleading for release, but my cries went unanswered. I was trapped, a prisoner in this nightmarish realm. The gas station had claimed me, its supernatural grip pulling me deeper into its malevolent embrace. Hours turned into eternity as I wandered the dimly lit aisles, the shelves lined with dusty products that seemed to mock my desperation. Whispers echoed through the store, voices filled with anguish and torment as if the souls of those who had fallen victim to this place were forever trapped within its walls. With each passing moment, my sanity teetered on the edge. The once familiar aisles now twisted and shifted, leading me deeper into the heart of darkness. Shadows danced along the walls, their jagged forms twisting and contorting as if alive. Just when I believed I could bear it no longer, the lights flickered and died, plunging the gas station into complete darkness. Panic consumed me as I stumbled blindly, reaching out for anything to anchor myself in this terrifying abyss. In the blackness, a burst of sinister laughter filled the air, echoing from unseen corners. The gas station's grip tightened, its malevolence suffocating my very soul. Despair threatened to consume me, my mind teetering on the brink of madness. Then, as if a veil was lifted, the lights flickered back to life, and the gas station returned to its seemingly ordinary state. Disoriented and shaken, I stumbled out into the parking lot, gasping for the cool night air. The gas pump released its hold on my car, allowing me to fill my lungs with relief. With trembling hands, I entered my car and sped away from that cursed place. But the memory of midnight's descent would forever haunt me, a reminder of the darkness that lurks within the most innocuous corners of our world. The night that never ended. The gas station stood as a solitary beacon in the desolate countryside, its neon lights cutting through the darkness like a lighthouse in the fog. I pulled into the empty parking lot, the gravel crunching beneath my tires. The dim glow of the flickering lights painted an eerie atmosphere, casting long shadows across the worn-out pumps and weathered signs. A chill wind whistled through the abandoned station as I stepped out of my car, sending a shiver down my spine. The night was devoid of any signs of life, and a creeping sense of unease settled over me. I glanced around, feeling as if unseen eyes were watching my every move, hidden within the shadows. I approached the gas pump, my footsteps echoing through the silence. As I reached for the nozzle, a strange feeling washed over me as if the air itself had turned heavy and suffocating. The pump clicked to life, and the sound of fuel flowing filled the air. But it was then that I noticed something unsettling, a flicker of movement from the corner of my eye. I turned my head slowly, my heart pounding in my chest. Standing near the edge of the gas station, just beyond the reach of the feeble light, was a figure cloaked in darkness, their features obscured, like a specter lurking in the night. A surge of primal fear coursed through me, urging me to flee, but curiosity held me in place as if I were ensnared by an invisible force. The figure remained motionless, its presence unsettling and foreboding. I strained my eyes, attempting to catch a glimpse of its face, but it remained hidden, a mere silhouette of malevolence. With trepidation, I finished fueling my car, my gaze never leaving the enigmatic figure. As I made my way towards the gas station's convenience store, the figure seemed to glide silently towards me, each step measured and deliberate. I pushed open the door to the convenience store, the bell chiming eerily in the stillness. Inside, the fluorescent lights hummed with a dull intensity, casting a sickly pallor over the shelves lined with forgotten snacks and expired goods. The air was thick with a musty scent, a testament to the neglect and abandonment of this forgotten place. The figure followed me inside, its presence unsettling, suffusing the atmosphere with a sense of impending doom. I turned, my voice trembling as I addressed the mysterious specter. "Who are you? What do you want?" A raspy whisper filled the air, carrying a chill that cut through my bones. "I am the harbinger of this forsaken place. I am the echo of those who have come before you, trapped in this eternal night." Dread settled within me like a heavy stone. I tried to make sense of the figure's cryptic words, but the answers eluded me, slipping through my fingers like smoke. I had stumbled upon something beyond comprehension, something that defied the laws of logic and reason. Time lost its meaning as I wandered the dimly lit aisles, the figure's presence a constant reminder of my captivity. Every step I took felt heavier, as if the very air was suffocating me, trapping me in this nightmarish purgatory. Days turned to weeks, and weeks turned to months, or so it seemed. The gas station became my prison, an eternal loop of eerie nights and haunting encounters. The figure would appear at random, its spectral form never allowing me to forget the depths of my despair. I had become a specter myself, a lost soul trapped in this forsaken realm. The gas station had claimed me, its malevolence seeping into my very being, eroding my sanity with each passing day. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the haunting realm of gas station horrors. We hope these spine-chilling tales have left you with a lingering sense of unease. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Dreadful Visions for more bone-chilling content. Remember, the darkness never sleeps, and the terrors that lurk in the night are always waiting. Until next time, stay vigilant, for you never know what horrors may await you at the next gas station. Good night.